Good afternoon. My name is Kate Hudson, and I represent Riverkeeper. And I appreciate the opportunity to give our comments here this afternoon. Riverkeeper is a watchdog organization dedicated to defending the Hudson River and its tributaries and protecting the drinking water supply of millions of New York City and Hudson Valley residents. We have long maintained that there was no need for a new, expensive, energy-intensive water supply infrastructure project like the proposed desalination plant in Rockland County. And there are more sustainable, safer, and less expensive options available, the most obvious of which is water conservation initiatives that require no new facility at all. We now have a unique opportunity to undertake this alternative. We have a shared objective to achieve maximum efficiency, and we look to New York Public Service Commission to set a target for that maximum efficiency in the Suez water supply system, both as a model for sustainability for all New York water utilities and in order to ensure a safe and reliable water supply for Rockland County's residents. As it has been noted, Suez filed a rate proposal seeking to increase its annual revenues by $11.6 million and recoup $54.5 million spent on planning costs for the failed desalination proposal. The rate filing also includes Suez's minimum proposals for water conservation measures to save 1 million gallons per day and water loss reductions of 1 million gallons per day. The company's proposals fail to go far enough. They must go further. We urge the PSC, in the context of this proceeding, to require that Suez maximize its programs for water conservation and water loss reduction now to ensure adequate supply and avoid greater costs in the future. In order to meet their legal obligation to provide reliable service at reasonable rates to Rockland water users, Suez and the PSC must take advantage of the opportunity that now exists to maximize demand-side initiatives and avoid further burdening Rockland taxpayers with another proposed project like the resource-intensive and large infrastructure desalination plant. However, the conservation measures proposed by Suez only meet the minimum amounts of savings set as a floor by the PSC. Instead, Suez must maximize the conservation plans now. As compared to development of additional supply or construction of a major long-term supply like the failed plant, water conservation is more cost-effective, costing less per million gallons per day saved than supply-side alternatives, and definitely less expensive than the plant. The PSC must ensure that Suez is operating as cost-effectively as possible to manage rates. Suez should not profit on the $54.5 million it spent on soft costs like engineering and legal fees for the abandoned plant. With respect to the proposed conservation and loss reduction measures, Suez claims that its proposed water conservation and water loss reduction measures are robust and aggressive, but this is not the case. More must be done to maximize conservation benefits and minimize long-term costs for Suez's customers. The company has done no cost-benefit analysis of what the potential savings would be from a more aggressive program. Again, the PSC must require an effective monitoring and reporting program to support the ability to revise programs nimbly and cost-effectively in order to maximize water conservation. Specifically, with respect to Suez's proposed rebate program, this program is limited in scope and is a cookie cutter and expensive approach to incentivizing water conservation by its customers. The water conservation program needs to include proper incentives for high use and commercial customers to reduce water use and cutting edge concepts such as distributed water source or trade ally networks. Secondly, the background conservation that will result from existing national, state, and local programs should not be counted by the PSC towards Suez's estimated 1 million gallons per day of water conservation. Suez must bolster the proposed conservation program with broader services than just indoor fixture rebates and audits to achieve the full 1 million gallons per day savings on its own without these national background conservation effects. Secondly, with respect to water loss, non-revenue water at this point represents nearly 25% of the company's total water production. That is an increase of 19 to 23% since 2010 and well above the state reporting level of 18%. Suez has been failing to meet an adequate main replacement rate. Its current rate is only 0.24%. Its proposal to raise that rate to 0.74% is not going to be sufficient to achieve the necessary rate of 1%. Suez must be required to accelerate its main replacement rate. Secondly, the capital investments that it proposes in advanced metering and district metering are going to take years to be effective. They need to be paired with increased cost-effective investments now in labor-based leak detection and repair services, which should not wait for the installation of these capital projects. Finally, with respect to water conservation rates proposed by Suez, these rates lack justification and may result in unfair cost increases for certain users. The tiered or block rate structure must be designed to target high volume users on both the residential and commercial industrial sides in order to be effective. The differences in price should be significant. The differences in price between the two commercial industrial rates is very insignificant. To summarize a few key recommendations, which we will be supplementing with the support of experts in the near future. First, a conservation plan that the PSC approves as a part of this rate case must offer a broader range of services than just indoor fixture rebates and audits. Second, the plan should follow the model of the evolution of energy efficiency programs in New York State, which started with prescriptive programs offering a set of rebates per product sold, but over time were enhanced with or replaced by direct install programs, custom programs for particular users, and market transformation programs targeting trade allies, professions like plumbers and landscapers whose practices impact total water use. Third, cost effectiveness of all proposed conservation and water loss proposals must be fully evaluated upfront in the preparation of the plan and on an ongoing basis as the plan is being implemented. And cost effectiveness should be used as the basis for PSC evaluation and approval. Finally, the approved conservation plan program must have the built-in flexibility to allow shifting of funds across a broader set of complementary programs to maximize performance and cost effectiveness. This rate proceeding presents a unique opportunity for the PSC to make Suez and the county it serves a model for water supply efficiency in New York State. Suez must implement aggressive and comprehensive demand-side water-saving measures to protect both the water supply and the financial resources of Rockland County's residents. These measures must be set as requirements in the company's rate tariff. We look to the PSC to lead the water supply sustainability effort in New York State the way it has led New York's efforts to secure a sustainable energy future through REV. You have been all in on energy, and we need you to be all in on water supply sustainability and affordability as well. We urge you to set the bar high in the context of these proceedings and find ways through this process to incentivize the company to fully participate in a joint effort to achieve these goals. We must all work together, including the Rockland Water Task Force, to take full advantage of this unique opportunity, because the outcome of this proceeding will no doubt serve as a model for water system sustainability statewide going forward into the future. Thank you.
Thank you.